What is up, everybody? My name is Nate. Welcome to the weekly rotation video. Before we jump into this, let me know what you wore down in the comments down below. What you wore last week, or what are you wearing today? What is your scent of the day today? I want to know. On Monday, I started it out with Artisan Pure. This is a very beautiful citrus fragrance. I love this stuff so much. Everybody knows my little story behind this one. I bought it at full retail and then I returned it to Ulta and picked up YSLY Le Parfum, or Eau de Parfum, I should say, and then I bought this one at TJ Maxx. Lesson learned, and that was a while ago, so I've learned my lesson since then. So I recently picked up this Lattafa fragrance. This is a Sedley cologne, and I wore this on Tuesday, and I absolutely love this stuff. It's so close to Sedley, it's kind of ridiculous. I do own a bottle of Sedley. When it first came in the other day, I opened it up right then and there, and I compared it right next to Sedley because it's been an anticipated release or buy for me for a while. So, man, they're so close. Sedley and them are like 1-to-1, identical. There's a little bit differences here and there, but I find that in the air where it actually matters, there's no differences, which is just, I'm excited to wear that one even more. It does last a lot longer than Sedley too, which is kind of disappointing, but you know, hey, here we go. I wore this one, Mont Blanc Legend Eau de Parfum. Really love this stuff. This is a very good violet heavy fragrance. Great musky kind of character with this one. This one does get compared to Fierce by Abercrombie & Fitch, or it's Percival, depending on who you ask. But I really want to pick up a bottle of Percival one of these days. I just find it's really expensive for that DNA, but I hear it's just like a niche version of that, more refined. I can't wait to try Percival out because it's definitely going to be added to the collection. It's just a matter of when, because I'm a sucker for A, blue bottles, and B, Parfums Marley. On Wednesday, I actually wore two fragrances. I wore Imperium, because this one just recently came in, and also Trillium. So I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison to see kind of how they matched up, how they stacked up against each other. And I have some thoughts. I kind of want to save it for a actual video, just a sole video, break them down fully, and I will do that. But from right now, if you want the fresher version, go with Trillium. If you want the more well-bodied one, go with Imperium. They both have the same kind of formula, I feel, like the same kind of essence of what they're trying to do. They're trying to copy a fragrance that they're in the same ballpark, they are. But I find that Trillium has a lighter base and a much more fuller top, whereas Imperium has a much richer, woodier, vetiver heavy base that has the same kind of top, but it's muted down a little bit because of that base. I found that Imperium does last a lot longer. Imperium was on my skin all day, whereas Trillium fell apart on the 5-6 hour range. It fell apart and just became this watered down citrus vetiver kind of smell. It was like a watered down vetiver. Whereas Imperium had this like richness to it, much more cedar, much more woody facets to it. The vetiver was much more well-rounded, much more well put together, I would say. Trillium is definitely the fresher of the bunch, fresher of the two, because of that fact of the base is not, on Trillium, the base is not so woody dense. It has a lot more room to breathe when it comes to that top. But Imperium has a much more fuller base, which holds down the citruses a little bit more so they don't like pop off and shine off. I could be totally wrong, but that is what I'm picking up from both of them. I actually prefer Imperium, but I'm gonna do a full breakdown in the coming days. I wore this bad boy on Thursday. Yes, this was Friday. Friday was a weird day. Friday I had to do a video shoot in the rain. It was miserable. I was being rained on. My hair was soaked. The camera was getting soaked, but I was wiping it off consistently. It was just like, it was a miserable time. My feet were covered with mud. It was just bad. It was a bad time, but it was smelling fantastic because this is an Oud for Happiness clone. but from, I don't even know, is this Fragrance World? I don't even know who makes this. I think it's Fragrance World. Yes, Fragrance World. Up there at the top of the atomizer. Fragrance World. This is fantastic stuff. I did compare this one to actual Oud for Happiness, and they're pretty much so close. They are so close. I feel like Oud for Happiness has a little bit more richer feel to it and has, I feel like, more naturalness behind it, if that makes any sense. But they're both the same. They're vanilla, that's got some pepper in here. It's oud, it's super smooth, soft, spicy, very well rounded, and it's just an excellent, sexy fragrance. Eau de amazing. Oud for Happiness has become one of my favorite initios. I've tried a bunch of different of the initios. Paragon, love it. Oud for Happiness, one of my favorites, absolutely. On Saturday, it was a bit more chill, and so I decided to rock Justin Copeland's fragrance. This is Second Soul. I wanted to pull this one out because I haven't worn it in a while, and I just like wearing this stuff a lot. Great stuff here, absolutely killed it, just super sexy. Then today, I'm wearing Bulgari Extreme Pour Homme, and this is a very citrus, fresh, it's got some vetiver fix, kind of like this vetiver light, I call it like a light vetiver, but it's very fresh, aromatic, and it's kind of got like a cologne kind of vibe to it. Like, no, not cologne, but cologne, the actual molecule, like that fresh watermelon kind of aquaticness mixed with some citrus hedione, and just, it's super smooth. I like it a lot. It doesn't scream extreme. This is not an extreme fragrance. This is like extreme, not extreme. But I really do like it. I put it in quite a significant dent in it actually too. I like it a lot. This is some of the, a really good find that and actually this fragrance here too, this fragrance is becoming one of my favorites of all time. This is Tennis Club. Let me rotate the cap there. This is Tennis Club, yes. If you have not tried this, this is so nice. This is white floral, neroli. It's almost like a swimming pool, but it's smooth. A lot of citrus, a lot of freshness, an orange flower note in here. Fresh, aromatic, it's a little herbal, but it's very fresh with the orange blossom and just the citrus too. It's a very citrus heavy fragrance. That will do it for me. What did you wear? Down in the comments down below. What did you wear last week? And what is your scent of the day today? I want to know. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you next time.